Hey guys, Aileen here. I have been debating making this video for a couple months now, and I just decided I was going to sit down and make it, so hopefully this reaches somebody who is interested in this information. So I went ahead and purchased the JK job killing system online with my husband back in October of last year, and it was at a time when we had just there was a shift in our job and we thought we were going to be working overnights, and this was just going to be something to keep us busy while we were trying to stay awake while we were in between our work tasks. So we had a set idea when we purchased this very, very expensive program, $7,000, because they're not going to tell you how much it is anywhere in any of their information. $7,000. We purchased it with very good intentions to use it within our current job when the setting changed. Shortly after that happened, we actually lost our job completely. It did not shift to overnight, it just stopped. And this seems like a wonderful opportunity to then just go all in. And we did spend a good fair amount of time just watching all of the videos and really soaking in all the information. And then about 2 weeks after purchasing it, my husband got some major regret and decided that he didn't want to work it anymore. And our whole split was that he was the techie guy and I was the people person. So we were going to put those two things together and master it together. However, without him, I really don't have any desire to do the techie side of things. So it really wasn't something that I was interested in doing on my own. So honestly, it was devastating that he decided he didn't want to do it anymore. I was very interested. I was very surprised in the first place that he went in on it, because he's usually super against any kind of make money online stuff. So if you're familiar with the system, basically what you do is you build websites that bring in leads, and then you either sell these websites to companies, you rent these websites to companies, or you send the leads to companies. So you're going to reach out to Joe the plumber and you're going to tell him, hey, I have 600 leads coming in from Jacksonville, Florida for plumbing every month. Would you consider spending this much money every month for me to send those leads directly to you? Sounds easy enough. However, once you actually start reaching out to businesses, you find out that there are a million people reaching out to businesses every day trying to sell them something. So it is actually really hard to get a business to call you back or email you back. And that's just obstacle number one. Obstacle number two is, well, obstacle number one, of course, is the price. It's very expensive to get this system. Yes, you can finance it, and there's not, I don't think there's any interest in the financing as long as you pay it off in a certain amount of time. But goodness gracious, that's a lot of money to put into something every single month, especially if you decide not to use it. So yeah, we basically flushed $7,000 down the toilet, because guess what? There is absolutely no return policy. There's no refund. I wish they had told us that at the beginning. There was absolutely no option of refund, because my husband would probably have said no at the get-go. The next thing is that after you pay that amount, there are extra costs on top of everything. And this was really big to us, because once we lost our job, we had absolutely no income coming in. And it took us a little bit of time to land in new jobs. And so not having a job and having to spend extra money on something that was not going to be earning us for several months, because you have to do all of this stuff to start getting these leads coming in. You have to, one, you've got to pay for the website. Two, you've got to pay for the call, the phone number attached to the website. You've got to pay for the hosting. So that's 3 different expenses per website. And if you're actually wanting to do this as a company, as a business, you want to have at least 10 of these websites building up time, building up leads, and all of that stuff, that's really, really expensive when you have no money coming in. So if you want to do this business, make sure, I'm going to say, make sure you have like at least an extra $500 a month to spend on it so that you're not feeling the strain of the money that is required to start making. Now I get it. There are companies that you can start for way more money. So if this sounds like something wonderful for you, I'm not saying it's a bad system. I'm just saying that there are some things that are not disclosed at the beginning. One, they don't tell you the cost. They don't tell you all the extra costs, and they absolutely don't tell you that there's no refund policy. Or at least we were not told that. So I just wanted to put in my 2 cents and let you know why I regret buying into it. Um, we are almost done paying it off, which is unfortunate because, like, I'm still living paycheck to paycheck, which sucks. I would like to be earning a whole lot more money because that was the whole point of doing something online like this, was to build an extra income. And it didn't happen because there was so much more required than what we were promised at the beginning when we signed up. So there is a group that you can be a part of that everybody pretty much asks the same questions, and I didn't find it to be that big of a resource. Maybe you would. Um, yeah. So, in my opinion, there needs to be a little bit more transparency with this company as far as the costs that are required. You do want to make sure that you have the desire to do every little bit of what is required, because if, like me, you decide to go into this with somebody else and they decide that they don't want to be a part of it, then it's all on you. And maybe, like me, you will be left holding the bag and paying all the money for something you're not going to use. So just keep that in mind. You're going to be spending a lot of money up front. You're going to be spending a lot of money the first couple of months, and you're going to be working against the stream. You're going to be contacting business owners that are already being contacted every single month for different services. Lots of people call for leads. So you're going to have to make sure that you're contacting a lot of people and you're really, really consistent with follow up if you're wanting to do this as a business. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew with your eyes wide open what you're getting into if you're looking into this business. There are definitely people making money with it. Absolutely. I don't doubt that whatsoever. I was really let down by the things I experienced inside of this transaction, and I didn't want anybody else to experience the same. So hopefully that was helpful. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. All right.